We are going to talk about proportional relationships involving graphs. We're on page 39 of your interactive notebook, and we're going to be working on TEKS 7.4a and D. So we again are working with proportional relationships. So our question today is, how will the graph of time and distance show us if the relationship is proportional? So we are talking about a graph right now, but what has been given to us is a table. We're going to have to use it in order to construct our graph. So our table has time in minutes and distance in feet. Our next step would be to label each. Remember, when you have your labels on your tables that are side by side, you're going to label them from left to right in alphabetical order, X and then Y. Over here on the side, you're going to use the information that's in your tables. All these are ordered pairs that have been placed within a table, but we're going to actually write them in ordered pair form, which is your X value and then your Y. So we're going to take these values, 0 and 0, put them in. On this one, my X value is a 1, so I'm going to place that for the X, and my Y value is a 6, and so on. Go down the table, turning your table into ordered pairs. You have your graph paper that you're going to be putting the graph on. We will be writing underneath, so try to put it as close to your table as you can. Remember, you don't want to glue this down until you've written on it. So kind of place it on your paper where you'd like to have it. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to label the X and the Y axis. So on your graph itself, you can see that the X axis is labeled here and the Y axis is already labeled there. But now we need to use some actual word labels to label them. So our X axis is time in minutes, so that's what you're going to put there on the bottom, and our Y axis is distance in feet, which will go over here on the vertical on the left hand side. We then want to actually graph those ordered pairs that we have. So the first one that we're going to graph is 0, 0. The next one is 1, 6. So remember, you're going to always start at the origin. You're first going to look for your value on the x-axis. So my value for this one is a 1, so I'm going to come out to 1. And then my value on the y-axis is 6. So I'm going to go up all the way till 6, and I'm going to put my point there and label it. The next one is 2 and 12. So I'm going to go all the way over to 2 on the x, and then up to 12 on the y. And we're going to do that every time. The last one is 3 and 18. So I'm going to go out on the x to 3, and then I'm going to move up to 18 and put my point there. Now you can use a ruler in order to connect all of your dots. Okay, so now that all of the points are connected, you can see that they form a straight line. This is a linear relationship. It's a relationship for which the graph is a straight line. So when you see a straight line, it's called linear. You can see up here at the front of the word linear, you see the word line. It forms a straight line. So the answer to our question of how will the graph of time and distance show us if the relationship is proportional is that if the graph forms a straight line that passes through the origin, 0, 0, then the relationship is proportional. So we can see that this graph right here, it is in a straight line, it's linear, and it also goes through that origin point, that 0, 0. So this relationship between time and distance is proportional. This is a look at the entire page, what yours should look like in the end. You now need to play the video that goes over problems.